That is, that we will have a holiday that reflects the Muslim tradition here in Montgomery County, and we should accept nothing less. It is unacceptable for our young people and our families to have to select between whether they go to school to educate their children today and whether or not they come out here for Eid to celebrate this great holiday. That is not acceptable. And we have to change it. And we will change it here in Montgomery County. I see so many examples of how we've come together. The Muslim Foundation, which I've had a working relationship, provides food, clothing, scholarships, not just to Muslim students and families, but really for our entire community. They gather food for our community. They provide blood drives for our community. They help with scholarship needs and a variety of other things that our community as a whole needs. And so when you look at it, it is not just about one religion. It is about a community that respects all religions here in Montgomery County. And that's what we should be fighting. I believe that we have a great opportunity. But that opportunity starts with our government, our school system, and the rest of America recognizing that we cannot stereotype people. We cannot be biased toward people. We cannot in any effect try to do things for which others will bring discredit on. There are forces in this country who will try to do all of those because they are not as welcome as Montgomery County. We just had a celebration of groundbreaking just a few weeks ago, where we are celebrating the construction of a mosque in Germantown. Now, who would have thought, when you look back over the history of this county, that we have moved so far, that our Muslim brothers and sisters have become so numerous, that even in places where years before we had just a few, we are now celebrating the groundbreaking of a mosque in Germantown, Maryland. I call that progress. But progress is not just about what we do in Germantown. It is about setting an example so that those in Tennessee who are turning mosques away, for those in other parts of this nation who are burning mosques, for those in other places who are putting up barriers and restrictions to preclude the construction of mosques, that they will see and understand that it is wrong, it is unacceptable, and it is not America to do those kinds of things to people. So I come to you to say, welcome. For those of you outside of Montgomery County, welcome. For those of you in Montgomery County, embrace this great diversity. Be an example or a model so that we will set a tone for the rest of the world. That we are welcome in Montgomery County. That we have mosques in Montgomery County. That we have people of good faith in Montgomery County. And that we embrace this great diversity because it is the right thing to do. It is right for all people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leggett. Now we move to the next part, a brief message by our chairman, Brother Wael Al-Kusheri. One quick request before that, I have been informed that some chairs are even occupied by our young kids. So if I could once again request that those who are coming and are in better need of those chairs, please vacate the chairs and allow our elderly and disabled to sit on those chairs. Brother Wael Al-Kusheri with a brief ICM message, then we move to the Salah.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Beautiful. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Islamic Center of Maryland, I would like to welcome you with the warmest of welcomes. And I would like to say to you, Eid Mubarak. and we thank you all for coming to join us today. I come to you today with a brief story of hope. That the visionaries that started this masjid and bought this land over 2 decades ago, the vision was not a building, as there are many empty buildings throughout the world today. The vision was a vibrant community, a community that served the poor, a community that served the youth and build individuals that could lead this ummah forward. The vision was a community that could help the sick through clinics. The vision was a community that would stand together and give social services to those in need. So I submit to you, my dear respected brothers and sisters of Islam, that through the hard work and the patience of over 2 decades of people who have worked on this project, we have reached a milestone. As of today, the first phase of the Islamic Center of Maryland and the new building is almost complete. Takbir! Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
And all of us here, most of us have children, and going forward into the future, we must give them a place. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our dear Prophet, he said to us that the houses that we leave, the cars that we leave, the money that we leave here in this dunya has limited value. But our dear beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said there are 3 things that when you leave in this dunya, it will help you in your akhirah. And that is, وَلَدٌ صَالَحْ يَدْعُ لَهُ, a good son or daughter who does dua for you when you are dead. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, عِلْمٌ نَافِعٌ, that you leave some type of book or some type of information that could help the Muslims. And the third and the last of which, he said, صَلَةٌ جَارِيَةٌ. He said something, a charity that's ongoing. So I submit to you, my dear respected brothers, that this masjid is our legacy in this community. This is our footprint in this dunya. And I ask you to assist us. So those of you who have been helping, I say, MashaAllah, keep up the good work. Those of you who are looking to help and on the verge of helping, I say to you, stand up and work with us, inshallah. And I say to you, those on the sidelines, please join us in building this masjid. Quickly, if you've been to the ICM in the last 12 months, please raise your hand. In the last 12 months. Thank you. In conclusion, I would like to say, if there have been differences at the ICM in the past, those differences are over. If there has been lack of communication between the Board of Trustees and the community, those days are over. And I say to you, if there has been any misunderstandings between us as a people, those days are over. And in conclusion, I would like to again thank you for coming on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Islamic Center of Maryland. Thank you. Waeed Mubarak.
Inshallah, if I could ask all our brothers and sisters now to stand up and start forming the rows. Brother Muhammad Abu Talib is going to lead the salah. He is going to explain the procedure of the salah, so please be quiet and listen.
I'm going backward there, right? You guys are
the salah, there will be a
turn around.
And those of us who remember the last khutbah, brothers and sisters, please sit and listen quietly. It will be a hard-warming khutbah, so please stay after the salah, listen quietly. Jazakumullah khair, Brother Abu Talib.
With the great honor of praying together to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as a reminder, we'll straighten the lines, fill the gaps that go first. The Eid Salah will be 2 rak'ahs takbir